Today we are going to learn how to connect to database and insert update CRUD operation, the simple CRUD operation, right? Create, update, read and delete CRUD operation, right? Using database. Till yesterday we learned how to design the MongoDB schema and what are the different type, and we are also going to learn according to Mongo database schema how we are going to validate from the server side using Mongo's error handling. So first, today we are going to learn how we can connect to database, how we can insert data, create data in the database, because till now we are just creating CRUD operation but with static data, right? So inside controller.js, so we have already controller.js. Let's go to the file. I go to the controller files. You can see these are static data, right? So now we are going to change this data to connect it to the database. So now we are going to change the first one. Let's to create bootcamp. Just replace it with the whole code. This one, right? So what I did here, I create a code, dynamic code. So look at it here. I am creating inside. I am creating the function using async and await, right? If it is asynchronous call, then you have to write it inside async and await. Otherwise, you cannot get it. And another thing you can see over here, I am writing my code inside try and catch. Okay, so all the operation of database operation I'm going to do inside the try block, and inside catch block all the Mongo's error I'm going to catch. So right now you can see I am passing it only static data, success equal to false, right? So it's fine. Let's see. After that I am going to put another code, but let's see first one. So to get the JSON data from the database, or whatever the response I'm getting from here, to show in the front end, I have to use body parser. Body parser means it parse your JSON, parse your object to JSON and display in the front end. So in Express, the body parser is, you can write in this, it is a middleware, global middleware, just below in server.js. You can put just below it. It's a middleware. So I am putting all middleware in the same line. App.use Morgan, app.use my router. Okay. And body parser I am putting at the top, so that all the JSON related data you're getting from this server will be parsed properly. Now let's check the create database. So I'm saving over here, create bootcamp. Why do you display? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Okay, now it's display. I think internet connection. I lost my internet connection. Okay, so look at it. I got a success message false. Why? When I'm creating, did you see? I'm success message false. So where it goes? So when I try to create, it is go to here, go here. Let's see another message like message okay, error in MongoDB. So why it is not creating? Because this name is unique in our database. You see in the Mongo's file, Mongo model file, you can see the name is unique. So it is, I am passing the same data which is already inside MongoDB, right? So that's why it doesn't allow me to insert same data into the database. Let's connect. I can show you bootcamp 5 is already there. So everybody has already set up the MongoDB database and creating schema already or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's taking time. So if I change it, if I change it to 6, for example, 6 or 7, let's do it 6, then I think it will create. Not,
Sir, we can print the error message in control. Then we can reflect in front.
no, I have already mentioned here, but why it is not entering?
Exact error, sir. Exact error.
No, I'll do it later on, but it should
Okay.
display now. What is the issue? It should work.
Okay.
I think might be it is not connecting here. My internet connection. Hmm.
Uh, CK sir,
Yes,
can you check the request body is going over there or not? Is it available there?
yes, it is there. Look at it. I'm putting it over here in console. It is there. Don't worry. The 5 is
Okay,
there. 6 is also there. But I think it is not going to database due to connectivity. Okay, let's put other things till it is connecting. Right. So create is I'm creating. I'm going to create it. So the code I'm going to explain you here. So I'm consoling the request.body. So whatever you are sending from the front end side, you can catch it through request.body, right? So I am just bootcamp is a what is bootcamp? Is a
model, model.
model name, right? I think I didn't import it over here. That's why it is creating problem. Okay, let's see. So bootcamp is a model which is already created in inside model. You can see I'm exporting bootcamp from here, right? So it will create, the create method is used inside bootcamp. The create method inside Mongo is used to insert data or create data in the database, right? Then I'm in response, the status code is 201. So whenever I'm creating in data, the status code we are using 201, and whenever I'm getting data from the database, I'm using 200 success. And if right now there is no other error because we are creating it. So whenever we are facing any issue inside the MongoDB, for example validation error, there are different type of error like validation error. Second is the casting error. Casting error means if you are passing any absurd or weird number instead of object ID, then it will create some different error. Then other validation errors, multiple validation error also will be displayed over there. So this type of error we are getting from MongoDB, right? And this error I am going to catch in the catch section, not inside here, right? So whatever error I am going to catch it from this object, bootcamp dot create, bootcamp dot find, whatever I am going to execute in MongoDB query over here, the error will be displayed inside the cache. So let's replace other queries, other controllers, other methods like get bootcamps. It is similar as it is. Let me put it over here. Get bootcamp. I am replacing over here. Okay. So here you can see bootcamp.find. Bootcamp.find means find method is used to get all data in the database, all records from the database. The find method is used to get all records from the database. After getting it, you can pass it in the response over here in the data section. Slow. Okay. Same, whenever I'm getting any error, so I will display in cache section. Same in case of getting any single records, so I am using find by ID. Okay, the method is get bootcamps from one. So what I am doing over here, find by ID. So normal find method is used to get all record from the database, but find by ID is used to find a single record with particular ID. When you are passing in the parameter as a ID, so you can pass in find also, you can pass ID equal to this, or you can pass any according to you want to filter data from the database using any ID, name equal to this, by passing in or passing an object. We'll see in advanced query section, passing any object inside the object of find method, right? But if you want to find any data according to ID, then you have to use this method, find by ID. Okay, then if there might be some scenario like you didn't find any data with specific ID you are passing from the front end. So in that case, what happened? I am sending this request, so sending this response from here, the 400 status code, and success is false, record not found, and bootcamp it will null, because right now I didn't get any method. If I am passing a wrong ID, then definitely I will not get any object or record from the database. So it will pass null over here, right? And if I get data, then of course it will send over here success message, correct? So did you see one thing? I'm writing return over here. Why? But you cannot see any return over here. Before response status, I'm writing return. Why I'm writing return? Because if it didn't find any record, then it will run. If I'm not writing return over here, then it will also start executing this section as well. Then when the response.send or response.json will find twice, then it will be get hanged. The response will be get hanged. You will not get any response. That's why if I'm not finding any record, then I'm just returning it from here, so that it will not going to execute further code, right?
So you mean to say if we don't like to use return, then we can use the if else.
Yes, you can use if else.
So that time we don't need the return, no? So return is you mean to say the forcefully we need to quit from this response.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Is there any facility? Actually, I don't think to ask you right now. The
Mhm.
pagination facilities is there, or
Yes, yes, I
you
will
need to?
explain pagination,
Oh,
advanced query,
yeah,
then
sure,
sort,
sure.
everything, everything.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, thanks.
Okay. Okay, so this is get bootcamp. It will find this find method will I was just paste it in a different method. Then again I want to update it. Okay, this is object update code. So update bootcamp method is already created. So I'm just replace it over here instead of update controller update method control V. So look at it what I'm doing over here. So find by ID and update is one method on Mongo's which will identify, which will search by ID and update that particular ID, update that record or document, you can say, right? So request dot here, what are the parameter I'm passing over here? So request dot params dot ID and request dot body. So remember, because you have to pass the ID in which you want to update and the data you want to update. These two things you have to pass. Along with that, I am passing an object where new equal to true means new data it will allow to update and run validator true. Did you know in database I am making it by default false, means update to make any updation I am making it false, that it is not allowed to update in the database without validation. So I am putting it, overwriting it, the run validator true over here, so that it will allow you to update data in the database. So these two you have to pass, so remember this. And another thing, the which ID you need to update and what are the data you need to update, we can do it from here. Then if you get any error that you didn't find any ID, whatever is in query in params.id is not matched in the database, then it will record not found to update. You can write. But if you are passing any weird ID like 64-bit string or whatever string, then it will come. It will throw in Mongo's error. It is not database uh, data error. It is a Mongo's error, validation error, or any upstored URL error, whatever it is. So it will come to cache here, right? So it will throw an error. So why it is not working? What I'll do, let me close it. Is it working or not? Okay, it is sign out.